It's already late, but I said I would do it. I can be pretty quick about this. All right, is the next part of the stream. We have our character ranking. This is just the one that was online. This is not going to be every single character of like that had like even one line in the show, but pretty much any character that had importance or relevance. So, uh, we're gonna try to get through this. Yeah, yeah. Everybody that's if anybody needs to get to bed, please do. I'm gonna be passing out after this. I'm gonna maybe get some food in me, but then I'm off. I didn't know it was gonna be 4 hours, but I'm glad I'm getting this all done in one go. Um, going. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Thanks. Well, I'm not done with the stream. I'm not done with the stream. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing the rest of this. I promise. Stewie S tier I riot. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Willa as a character. Man, what sucks is that like some of these are great characters, but then in terms of being a good character and then getting the appropriate amount of screen time, am I going to factor that in? I want to see if Carl ever did get half of it on a Greek island with his brother-in-law. All right, let's see. Let's see. I like Willa. She's a woman who starts off as a she's doing what she's got to do to survive in this world. I get that. I'm not mad at her for it. And then, coming around to it, I think, does she really enjoy Connor? I think she has fun in her own way, but also by the time that we get to season 4, she's low key pushing for like a long distance relationship, which is, I don't know. I think as a character, I think, and then is she a good playwright? We don't really know. The whole lawsuit was sand. I forgot about the sand mites. Oh my god. I think a B. Safe to put her in B, middle of the road. I don't love her. I don't hate her. I like her. I think Will is fine. Will is fine. Literally watching the sunrise. Oh Lord, yeah. No, I'm. Yeah, I'm going to. It's midnight. I got work in 9 hours. Uh, Sandy. Sandy barely has any. I mean, her and Shiv had a good scene, working out deals and whatnot. Represents her father's interests. But like she doesn't. I mean, like she doesn't really have a whole lot to work with. I mean, she has like. Then she's one of those characters that will then show up for the board meetings and have like decent scenes, is easily swayed. Low key kind of put her on like C rank. Frank though, oh my god, Frank. I see you're speculating in a in a comedic manner. I look, man. I gotta say, Frank. Do I dare put Frank in S tier? Like, I think Frank might be. Is Frank goaded? Frank might be goaded. Frank might be goaded. Willa S tier? Please, if anybody believes Willa should be S tier, make your case. If you have a case for characters, please share your thoughts. Need to go to bed. I have a flight tomorrow. Oh no. When she stands up for Connor's coat. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be the president of the United States. That is a good point. You know what? She does have some moments where she does get in Connor's corner. I could see Willa B. Maybe she's in it. Well, you know what? But no, but I don't love her. I had moments where I loved her, but they're not consistent enough. You know what I'm saying? Sandy is just Dollar Tree Shiv. Oh yeah, for real. Frank is the dad Kendall never had. Yeah. Have a good night and a safe flight. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, everybody have a good night for sure. Of course, I gotta plug myself if you haven't subscribed already. Oh, but yeah, no. But thank you for so much for stopping by, for being part of like so much of this live stream. But have a safe flight, and I won't see you in another suck session, but I will. I mean, I'll post all the videos later, obviously. But yeah, hope you're watching Severance or other shows coming out. Yeah, Frank S for real, for real. Sandy, is that right? Frank is a good egg. Frank is a good egg. Stewie. Stewie's consistent in that he follows the money, and he every time he's on screen, he does have a tendency to steal scenes. He has very funny lines. He's a fun character. There were times where I questioned him, but I mean, there's a lot of S tier characters in the show, aren't there? I I'll put him. You know what? Just to satiate the masses, but he was a salty dog. Watch all your Severance vids again. Oh yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate. There will be more. There will be more. I'm 4 episodes in now, and holy shit is all I have to say. Like, um, but Frank, I think a lot of this might also be like screen time, right? But even then, like, I don't know. My gut says for the fun of it, we'll put Stewie in S, but I feel like he could easily push down to A. Connor Roy, Connor Roy. I feel like all the Roys are going to be S for their own reasons. Connor Roy S. What's her name? I had to write down some of these names because I literally forgot. Comfrey. Comfrey, excuse me, had one. I mean, what? Her and Greg, like, she starts to like, Greg asks her out, and they maybe go on a date, and then she's pretty much disregarded. I forgot about her low key. I think Comfrey would be above. No, you know what? Below Sandy. I mean, she had a good scene, but unless there's more that I'm forgetting, honestly. Sandy's the angriest fucking vegetable tier. Yes. Then we have Jess. I mean, Jess. Look, Jess is she's. I'd say Jess is an A. Is she like absolutely goated? No, but she's a real one. But you know, she has to be for work, I think. And she does have that moment where she like she's trying to low key encourage Greg not to pass the news along in the newsroom. I think Jess is like a solid A. Do I like her more than Willa? I think Jess just puts up with so much shit, man. And she puts up with so much. She has to run all the. Imagine being the personal assistant for any of the Roys, let alone for Kendall Roy. Like, can you imagine? Jerry, Jerry though, Jerry though. S for like justice for Jerry for sure. Justice for Jerry. The only time that I was upsetty spaghetti with Jerry was at the end of season 3, but I get why she did what she did. And she did what she did. Roman had a very similar like Roman did the same thing to her earlier in the series, so we can't be too mad. I feel so bad for Rava. I feel so bad for Rava. Rava is an A. Rava's an A. She's a mom, single mom, trying her best, met someone new, trying to just like live lives, raise their kids, protect them, and she keeps getting pulled into the nonsense. Do I love her more than the Roys? No, but like I think Rava is definitely like an A tier character for sure. Stewie backed Ken on the crossed out name on the piece of paper. He follows the money, but he is still a good friend too. Doing coke in front of Ken aside, please ignore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's very true. Hey, like I've looked like in terms of like doing a little bit of booger sugar in front of friends, coming from personal experience. I've only done that in trusted company. I'll say that only trusted company. Like you don't want to do that in front of some bozos. Yeah, I had to look up Bozo's name. Speaking of Bozos, Edward, uh, D tier. You kidding me with this clown over here? This like fake foreign money, like owns a sports team, but then doesn't have control of his own meeting when he gets Roman and company over to Turkey. Dude, Edward is like D tier, 100%. Rava's the only normal person, honestly, though. Y'all better put some respect on Jerry's name. Yeah. Roman backed her into a corner, though. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like Roman backed her into a corner. I mean, I guess that one wasn't like Jerry's fault, but like still, like Roman's like, "Hey, can you help?" And she's like, oh, "I have to align my interests to so and so." But that's the only time that I've ever been like kind of rubbed the wrong way about her. But even her doing so, I understood. Nan Pierce. I mean, Nan is basically the liberal version of Logan, and I think Logan is. We all know where Logan's gonna end up. I hmm. Hmm. We'll see what happens. We got Jack Skellington to the actor they chose. This like just anemic man in a suit. Hugo is always good for a laugh. I don't love his character. I mean, like his character serves the purpose, right? He's this guy who will like he Hugo is a more aware and vicious. Gr- no, you know what? He's Greg. If Greg was like more vicious and back like even more backstabby, but also like less. I was gonna say he goes where the wind takes him. No, he if he can see writing on the wall, he'll look at his options and then make a move. Greg, like a gust of wind comes by and he's like he like flies off into the ether, right? But Hugo is like Greg but has a bit more sense about him. I don't know. I don't love his character, but his character is like he serves his own purpose. Maybe I put him like B tier. Hugo's like, so I put him above Willa. I like Willa more though. I like Willa more than Hugo though. I'll put Hugo B tier though. God, Nan feigning being uncomfortable during the bidding war. Oh yeah, no, for real. No, exactly. She's like the inverse of like two sides of the same coin, basically. Who is she again? Edward, Nan, Hugo, Cardina. Do I Cardina? Who's Cardina again? Hugo sucks. Yeah, Hugo's not great. That's why he's like, but at the same time, he's funny, and I like his character serving the purpose that he did. Carolina. Oh, I can't even read my own handwriting. Carolina. That's right. I feel like Carolina is like on the same level as the assistants. Maybe Carolina. You know what? No, actually, I take it back. I think Carolina is a step above um Humphrey. Uh and I think above, you know what? I put her right above, just right above Wit. She has more scenes than Willa. She does more than Willa. She made me laugh more than Willa. I think I enjoyed her character more than I enjoyed Willa's. I don't know. They're kind of on the same sphere for like the same kind of level for me. She is a boss. I'm in love with her. Is she a baddie for real? Oh yeah, no, like she makes $1 million a year. Yeah, that's true. Came back from the dead to say Carolina, the quintessential PR queen. Yeah, yeah. I'll leave her. You know what? Oh, do we put Carolina above Jess? Oh, you know what? I could put her in A tier. You know what? 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 I could say A tier. A tier for Carolina. But even though Rava's the voice of reason, I think Carolina. It sucks because I'm sure if Rava had more screen time, I would be swapping her around. But a lot of this is about who we get the most of, right? Or at least who is like even more impactful in their moments. Um, I like Lisa Ann, the lawyer. Not nearly enough scenes with that with them, but I would put them. Just a tragic like so many characters that we are introduced to and don't get enough like screen time, right? I think I'll put her maybe right below Hugo. No, but even though I like the character more than Hugo, but I like more from what we got from Hugo, just in terms of entertainment value, I suppose. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Carolina trying to kill Hugo in the end is the best. Yeah, yeah. Super grounding. She's like the only serious business partner there. I love how she consoled Carrie on the plane after Logan died. True, true. Lisa Arthur, ask me how I remembered that. Oh no, how? DW. Knight Sweet Ladies. He's a C tier. Follow your heart. Yeah. Yeah. Because there'll be characters where it's like, do I like Logan Roy? No. Do I think he's an S tier, God tier television character? 100%. It's like Walter. It's like Heisenberg, you know. And now we got the guy in the upcoming Crow remake. We have Laird. I mean, Laird was fine. Left at the end of season 2, financial advisor, straight head on his shoulder, like straight head on his shoulders, fairly sound financial advice. Had some funny lines, good scenes with Logan, but at the end, I think he was in it for the money. Clearly, trying to get the deal to get pushed through. Um, I think we could put him C tier, right above Sandy, and then other Sandy. I mean, look, I even as a vegetable, the little I roll back the tape when Shiv eats shit in the penthouse. He's smirking in the corner, which is great. Um, Good scenes. Even in the fact that even in a wheelchair, he's kind of low key killing it. Um, I feel like I could put him right between Lisa and Hugo. I think. What else is there? It's Lisa Arthur, not Lisa Ann. Lisa Arthur. That's right. Lisa Arthur. Lisa Arthur. Laird C tier. Yeah, Laird C tier. Yeah. Laird was so transparently self-interested. He didn't. I feel like at the beginning, yeah, exactly. And like, I guess he kind of tried to hide it through the guise of professionalism, but like money talks. And like, even at the end, he's like, I think it's a good deal. And Roman's like, no, you get a sweet percentage from at the end of the day. Sandy with the syphilis. D tier coming up next. Oh, Nate, discount BJ Novak. Oh man, Nate the Great. I don't like Nate. I think my favorite scene of his is the one in season 4 with him and Kendall. I think he's finally become self-aware. He's not really a great person. I mean, he's kind of good at his job, and I know him and Shiv dated in the past. Um, he serves his purpose, and he's a conduit between like Gil and such. But I mean, hell, even this lawyer who's barely in it, uh, he has more screen time than the lawyer does, and yet I would still put Nate like I would put Nate high C tier only because I just don't like him. I just don't like him. He could put the wine back in my bottle for all I care. Shiv S tier, obviously, like S tier character for 100%. Like all the main Roys are better than Jerry. Although I still, but like, would Connor be above Jerry? I feel like I'm biased though. I wish we had more Connor. And I see we get like good scenes out of Connor. Are all the Roys gonna be like top like cream of the crop? They might be. Extremely biased, but late but Carolina S tier. Yeah, you put Carolina S tier? Yeah, tempting, tempting. I might. Nate is F tier. The F stands for your fiance. Sandy automatically goes up a tier for smiling during the wake. Yeah. I told you between that or smirking when Shiv eats it, but yeah, just smiling during the wake. My hatred for Nate makes me want him an F, but honestly, C. I love the line to Ken about not being his dad. If only people who mattered to Ken had said that to him instead. Also agreed. Yeah, he's just blah. I'm not gonna. All right, you know what? You know what? Carrie, I kind of came around to, and especially Church and State, I came around to Carrie. I she's a character that I started off really not liking, which I guess she played that really well. And by the end of it, I pitied her and I had sympathy for her. And for that reason, do I like her more or less than Hugo? Um, I think she just barely gets in right behind Hugo. If she had been more on brand, if she had given me more of like Church and State performance, throughout throughout all of her screen time, I would like her more. But then most of it, I found her. I kept questioning if she was a gold digger. I didn't love her scenes. I thought she was like I. But no, she's doing what they all do. You know what? All right. You know what? All right. Willa and I'll put her above Hugo. I'll put her above Hugo. Best boy, best boy Kendall. Best boy, no question about that. I literally had to look up her name. I forgot. Again, Tabitha. Tabitha is the snowball gal, right? Um, I was cool with her up until she shot down Roman's sexual compromises. Like maybe don't have sex with while pretending that she's dead, but like I was shocked that a girl who would snowball a load back in a man's mouth would not at least entertain the idea of having it taboo intercourse. Like what? But okay. The switch up with on Carrie was wild. Chuckles the clown, A tier. To be fair, Nate did have one good line. So I'm staying in a hotel with a memory foam mattress. How about we give it some memories? That's cheese. That's cheese balls though, man. Jerry's my number one baby girl, but I would put Connor before Jerry. That's what I'm thinking. It's hard to put anybody before the Roys. Nate is just the poly the poly sci f boy we all knew in college. Carrie's so good at crying she should be in a telenovela. Tabs should have been in more of the show. I loved her. Yeah, I like the character of Tabs. I think I would put Tabs. It sucks because like so much of her performance is it feels like a distant memory at this point. But I think I would put her above the lawyer, but right below, but only below Sandy because Sandy as a vegetable somehow gives us more than she does as a normal person. But she tried to talk sense into Roman numerous times, and I liked her, but I just didn't love the character. Gil, I mean, like he's only a step above Nate, right? Like, I mean, I appreciate but then we got a lot of really good back and forth in DC. I like the actor a lot. I mean, he stood his grounds on his morals until he literally made a deal with Logan Roy. But like, I don't know, he's just such like an like. Although I think in terms of like policy, I legitimately would agree with his policies if he were like in government in real life and this all mattered. But he's just such an antagonistic force and like a stick in the mud. And he's so pessimistic, but he has some good lines, good conversations. Maybe I would put him. Maybe I'd put him right above Lisa. I hate to keep putting people above Lisa, but she also well, no, you know what? Below. I can't in good conscience. He's not as bad as Nate. He's a more interesting, more slightly more fleshed out character, but still not fleshed out enough. But enough where I'd give him a solid like low. I'd give him like a low B, you know. By the way, if you guys liked Uncut Gems, Gil was. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Gil was Arno in that movie. Yeah, got wiped on the. Oh yeah, wiped on the floor by Connor, huh? He's also in Interview with a Vampire. Um, the mom, Mama Roy, as a like, do I like her? I like her only in the way where I'm like, man, you're a really bad mom, but you're funny. You kind of know what you're about, and I don't know. She's more aware than I think the kids give her credit for. I think she's more aware than most people give her credit for. I just don't love her character, but I put her low A. I put her low A. Even though Willa has more screen time than her, I put her low A. I think she's such an important character. She's very pivotal and important to the show. For I wouldn't feel right for me to put her like too terribly low. You know what I'm saying? Like Caroline Collingwood is somehow goaded. It defines explanation. Yeah, right. The person F, the character A-ish. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Like she's a walking L, but at the same time she's like she's somewhat likable for me and she's crucial for the story. I like how like she wants, and she also preaches that she wants the family to come back together. But I love how when they're having the meal fit for a king scene at the end of season 4, she's like, "Oh, would you hush? You know, you're all like they're all getting along, they're siblings," and she's like, "Oh, quiet down now. This is ridiculous. Peter will be so upset about this." It's like, bitch, isn't this what you wanted? Like Madsen. Oh my God, Madsen. I mean, like love to hate him, hate to love him. I like his character. I do and I don't like his character. Man, this is getting tough. um, he's just funny. He's a good antagonist. Do I put him at the top of the bees? Top of the bees, the lead, the queen bee, as it were. She's so good at verbally stabbing people. She's an S tier in my opinion. If we were ranking morally, morally, oh yeah, F tier for sure. She informs so much about what the kids are. Exactly. Matson ruined the show. Oh, that's an interesting take. Madsen made for a good final boss. I mean, he's no Logan Roy, but he made an antagonist that I found myself rooting against. He comes into the show as a character where I'm like, okay, this guy's a weirdo, and by the end of it, I'm like, man, I don't want this guy to win. Like, I don't think any of them deserve to win, but like this guy just does like ugh, like just he's such a weirdo, man. Mailing like like bags of blood and the whole Ebba thing. Which, by the way, I don't think Ebba or Oscar are on this list. What's up with that? No one was ever going to surpass Logan. Oh, for sure. Naomi. I like Naomi, man. I know that she's kind of low key an enabler, but to be fair, Kendall and Naomi enabled each other. I liked her. I think she's like a little bit of a fox, I guess. And I don't know. I love their like scene in the helicopter together, and she does try to stick around to like help her, like to help out. I don't know. My gut tells me to put Naomi in like A tier. I like Naomi. And but like, is she more? But like, the mom is just kind of a bit more important. I think, yeah, we'll see. Sid, um, I mean, I don't think Sid just kind of exists, man. one good scene with like above Eduardo though, but like one good scene with Tom when he first gets the job, and then like all right, she's a no nonsense character. She knows what it takes to survive in the world, but like Sid's character goes nowhere. Ewing though, Ewing is like my gut reaction would be put Ewing in A rank, but man, that speech he gives, like the his conversation with like his conversations, like the conversation he has with Logan at the end of I went to in the middle of I went to market, at the end of Dundee, and as a eulogy to his brother in Church and State, like oh my god, like as a character Ewing, even though he's one of those characters where it's like even though he's not in a lot of the show, when he's in the show, he is so impactful. I think I'm leaning towards like maybe even put him above Stewie. Maybe. And like, yeah, Stewie, I like the character. Like Stewie's more like likable and funny and steals some scenes, but like Huey, like you cannot deny Ewing's importance to the overall narrative of the show. Like honestly, Sid D, she thought she was so much better than Tom and just blows right past her, no problem. Bozo, yeah, you know, yeah, Sid's a bozo for sure. You are in service of a monstrous endeavor. Oh yeah. Madsen's kind of boring compared to Nan, Sandy, Laura. Compared to really, like you put. I mean, yeah, but I mean, Sandy's in a wheelchair at this point. Even Lawrence, though, I would have liked to have seen more from Lawrence, though. But I thought Lawrence was just kind of a guy that like went like. You think I thought highly of Lawrence until I found out that he was just fibbing the numbers and he's just kind of another like faker daker, and then he's just all right. Well, he's just and he's not really coming through on any of what he was talking about, really. I mean, Lawrence is like a fine character, I suppose. Lawrence is the final boss would have been insane. Yeah, yeah. Evan, Ewan made me Google word meanings a bunch of times and I resented. Yeah, I used some big words. Rhea Jarrell. Rhea Jarrell. Rhea Jarrell. Do I like her more or less than Nan Pierce? Good old Holly Hunter, man. It's hard to she's goaded in general. Um, I would put her I still gotta deliberate here. I would put her, I think, above Nan. Nan is like S tier, but I think I like Rhea better as a character, and Rhea has more involvement, more screen time. I think so. Marsha's an interesting one. Marsha's someone I came around to really respecting. I think Marsha gets that spot. Uh, Maybe we put Marsha right above Rava, like high A plus, high A tier. Hard to beat Carolina, but like I used to despise. I used to really. I mean, you look at my earlier episodes. Like I was not a fan of Marsha, but I came around to her. I like what she was about. I like what she was about by the end of it. She's she's so yeah, S tier. She's so swag. I like Rhea, but I don't know how I felt about her. Little oh with Logan, yeah, yeah. She's not fungible. uh, so you're saying Rhea is the new thing? With the Rhea is the new. Ah, jeez. Lawrence. Lawrence. You know what? He made for a good like early series like character, I feel. I would have liked to have seen more of Lawrence, I agree. I think Lawrence. Ooh. Just because he had some like pretty powerful you know what? How about this? I could see Lawrence making it to mid B tier, right below Sandy, because again, hard to beat the wheelchair bits. I could see in retrospect Gil being cream of the crop of the seas. I think like the rogues gallery, right? Gil comes out on top, but he gets pushed out of the B's, I think. I don't think Gil's really like a B worthy character. Tom. 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 I'm second guessing everything, man. Old tightrope Tommy, huh? We'll come back to that. Now, this person I need your help with because I legitimately I could not find. I don't know why this person's on. Who is this? Who is this character? Can somebody tell me? I do not recognize this person, and I literally I looked up like a character list online. Lip balm, lip balm, Tom Wom, old tightrope Tommy. Yeah, Tom is S easy for sure. Madsen sent movie man some of his blood. That's why. Michelle Ann, White House aide. Was she like Michelle? Oh, Michelle Ann. Oh, what? What did she do again? Hang on, my laptop died on me, and that's what I was using for chat. So I'm gonna get my charge cable for that real quick. Oh boy, God, it's been almost 5 hours. I'm gonna have to end this after the character list. I'm sorry. I didn't know this retrospect was gonna be a 5 hour discussion. I gotta separate this into multiple videos. Okay, plug that bad boy in. My laptop was like, bro, what are you doing to me? Please, please, bro. All right. Okay, okay, okay. I'm glad it worked so well though. There's been a steady stream of about 50, like on average about like 15, 20, like at most we had a little over 20 people, but to have like 15ish people on average, that's pretty great. Just like just chilling, conversing. I'm glad there's been constant like conversation and dialogue. Okay, refresh this. All right, what did I miss? Tom is S tier. Ken's lawyer in season 3. Where's Ebba and Oscar? And that's what I'm saying. This was how the list was when I'll have to add them in. This was how the list was when I got here. It was like a pre-made list. I hate how much I know about this show. No, I love it. I love it. It's great. So much like, and it's great when you find a community who also likes the show and appreciates it because then the small references and everything you just like you catch it all. But yeah, I know there's shows that I love that I know like a disgusting amount of information about. I care more about like fictional worlds than like the real one. That's for sure. Ken's lawyer or Naomi Pierce rather A not B. Uh, I mean I don't even this character I don't even remember her. I cannot call into mind a scene with her. But I mean I don't know. Let's just call it high D. And if someone yells at me, then maybe I'll remember. Colin though, I mean Colin's like a faithful he's never trying to cause any trouble. He's loyal. He's faithful. He's loyal. He gets the job done. By the end of it, he's lurking over Ken, but he helps cover up literal murder. I Colin. I mean, he's just like a work when his kid Logan dies. He wears jeans. Doesn't know what to do with himself anymore. Um, I I could see Colin maybe right below Tabitha. Maybe that's like a B type of deal. All this talk of B's, I feel like maybe Lisa might be pushed down to C, like the queen of the seas. Like she's a good character, but if we're having to weigh out all these characters, like she needed more. No, I'll keep her on B. I don't want to do that to her. Jerry calls her she's not memorable. That's what I was thinking. But out of all the not memorable characters, I think like even not knowing and remember like even not remembering who she is, I like her more than Sid and Edward, like for sure. Colin is the consummate henchman. Yeah, henchman. Goge members were irrelevant anyway. I mean, like yes and no because they were such like Ebba and Oscar were two very interesting characters. Oscar had this air about him that just seemed vaguely threatening, low key always, and we never got to like dig into any of that. But they purposely gave us scenes where they had like moments and lines and whatnot. Unless they were just to service the narrative. You can imagine Colin working with Trump. Yes, I could imagine that very easily. I mean, if you consider Logan Trump, then yeah, you can right there, boom. Watching you talk about my wife Ebba and my husband Oscar. Ebba. Ebba! Let's go, go, go. Our wife Ebba. Yes, comrade. All right. Um, yeah, I'll get her in here. Logan Roy. From what's he? We did Frank, Carl. I feel like Carl and Frank are kind of like the same, like just the two chuckle fucks that are always put together. Although, yeah, I can't help but put them together. But then, does Ewing outweigh them? They just offer so much more. Like this holy trinity, right? Funny enough, how I ranked them all together. I didn't even realize that the holy trinity right here, barely eclipsing Ewing. Roman. I'm tempted, man. Let me let me get back. I'll get back to the Roys. I'll get back to the Roys. Greg, Greg. Oh, Greg. Come on, man. Come on, man. What do you want? What do you want from me? What what am I supposed to say? Like I obviously S tier. Yeah, I can't. I guess we can put Tom and Greg together. I guess. I guess. What are the comments saying? Logan is OG tier. Logan D tier. Imagine dying in a toilet. Rip bozo. Bro got ratioed. Carry a different hunter. Um, yeah. I mean, do you guys want me to add Elba in here? I can just for shits, right? Succession, Elba. We can add Elba. Why not? Um, is that the most HD picture you have? Good enough. Very artsy. Okay. We'll we'll label that as eh, oh, no, it's got to be capital. Perfect. And then we'll pull them up. Does that mean we also do we have to add Oscar? Like I'll add Ebba. Ebba, I do like Ebba. I liked her scenes. I think Ebba would be like for what little involvement she had, I would put Ebba like uh, I could slot her in. You know what? I could slot her in. Could you move? Or almost for the memes, almost for, where's she going? What's happening? Um, yeah, for the memes, I'll put her there. Why not? She's like a solid B. How about that? Greg the Egg. What about Ken's kids? What about Ken's kids, man? I mean, like Ken's kids, like they look. We're looking at. I think we're gonna incorporate them into this list as well as he incorporates them into his life. How about that? That's what we'll make of Ken's kids. They have like what, like 3 lines. Yeah, who? Carl knows a thing or two about a thing or two. You're fair and squarely fucked. All right, I'll give him that. Ken had kids. Yeah, might as well put Roman's kids there too. All jokes aside, Empty Penguin's tops 5 are Ken, Logan, Rome, Jerry, and Tom. All right, let's be for real. So here's the thing. This is where I'm gonna have to put personal bias aside for pure quality. I My personal favorite character in Succession I think is Roman Roy. I think Roman Roy is my personal favorite, but I cannot deny the importance, the power, the presence. It's just so hard. I would like to. I want to put either of these two ahead. Any of these three, four. I wouldn't mind putting people ahead of him. Like in terms of characters that I like empathically or sympathetically, like more than Logan Roy. But like I cannot deny the presence and the gravitas. That being said, I like Roman because he's a deceptively like layered character who there's so much reason as to why he is the way that he is. Ken, I mean, he's iconic as well, and he's a character that you want to root for. And honestly, out of all the kids, like he would technically be the most logical choice, but like, I mean, still never would be able to do it. God. Oh, someone called his kid. Oh, a couple of randos. Oh no. Logan's feeling was that Ken's kids weren't real. Jesus. Well, one's a buy-in, right? Top five is basically the siblings plus Logan. Yeah, one's a buy-in. Yeah, yeah. What about the guy dressed as a tree who tells Tommy so full of grace? What's that supposed to mean? Oh my god. I personally shift Shiv down to between Greg and Connor. I think the performance that Sarah Snook delivers as Shiv is like excellent. Like the walls that she's able to put up and these little moments that are played so well where you see these little cracks in the facade and the mask, but only momentarily. And she just the I don't know. It's her the performance and the performance of the character of like Siobhan Roy is like masterful. She's not my favorite, but I cannot deny the power behind that character. And then you know what if you had asked me like months ago, I would have put Greg above Tom. But now I gotta admit, like Tom played the long game. I like Tom's character. I've come around to him. Him and Greg are kind of a package team. I think Connor's really good, but again, it gets to a point where like these are all S tier characters, but I have to make some tough calls. Jerry's up there. Frank and Carl are kind of like their own little power couple, but they're the Holy Trinity. Ewing is the definition of presence over like the definition of like I don't like only a few key crucial scenes, but man, are those just like well done, well executed scenes. Stewie's a lark. Rhea and is just look. I got to be real. He's still S, but like S minus. Stewie's great. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Stewie fan, sure, but like Ray and Nan are I think more important overall. We get down. I'll keep her in A. I know she like it's either A or I keep her in the tail end to S. But I think the leader of the pack of the A's is appropriate. Marsha, Rava, and then yeah, so on and so forth with Naomi. Did I put the mom above Naomi? The mom above Jess? Jess puts up with so much though. And then somebody was asking about Mattson being as low as B. I mean, Mattson's good and all, but like, is Mattson like maybe if he was around longer or if season 4 like was an episode or two long? I don't know. If Mattson, you know, I mean, I could be convinced. I could maybe Mattson like a low A maybe, and then Willa and so on and so on and so forth. Lawrence, Guild, yeah, Laird, okay. Who's who, and the other one is half Rava, half cabinet filing filling guy. Simply because Ken and Logan equally the most amount in the show. Logan too, just because he dies. The guy from Roman's Business. Oh, dude. Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah. Hang on. I always forget his name. Hang on a second. Uh, Zach, Zach Cherry. Yeah. No, wrong. You know what? Yeah, but we got to use this. Well, we got to use the screenshot from Severance. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. That's fitting. Just gonna squeeze him in there. Whoop, nope, nope, wrong button. There we go. Boopity boo, boopity boo, boopity boo, boopity boo, boopity boo. And you know what? The scenes that he was in, yeah, you know what? I could sneak this guy into I'll put him up there with Tabitha. How about that? Right above Colin. All right, I got two for the memes, but yeah. So, Roman's OC, Ron Rockstone. Oh Lord, perfect. Had to put him in there. Yep, Severance cameo. Little Kendall's OC, little Lord Fuck Leroy. All right, we can't get. I'd love to keep on going, but it's starting to get late. If I was Jess, I'd probably quit in season 2. She tough dealing with Ken. Oh yeah, 100%. That's why I put Jess where she is. Like she would be lower if she was like an assistant that was kind of in the background or like quit or didn't do much. Like who like I almost forgot about Comfrey here, but like I mean Comfrey did some stuff and got some stuff or she did organize the whole. You know what? She did help to organize the birthday party, didn't she? Just for that, just for that, I could put her top of C. Honestly, you know what? She did put up with Ken's BS for a while. She put up with Ken's BS for a while. Comfrey gets to be the leader of the sea, but nothing compared to Jess. Poor Jess. Kendall's name in the first spot, underlined in pencil. I forgot it. Oh my god! Don't get me fucking. I swear. I completely forgot to bring it back up when we hit that episode. By the way, I will die on this hill. I will die on the hill. Crossed out. Crossed out. I don't. I get it. Even if I'm wrong, I'll even admit maybe I'm wrong. But like nobody does that. Who does that? Anybody in their life? Who's making who makes a grocery list in pencil and is going through and is like, oh, let me make sure. Let me put an addendum. I forgot to add tomato. I forgot to add bread. And I really want to have eggs. Like, what is this nonsense? Underlined my ass. I don't care if the creator said it, the writer said it, Twitter said. I like no. Who does that? Exactly. Logan would be so. What do you mean? Do not look up? Come down. Why would I look that up? Oh my god. I swear. I'm already deliriously cackling at this right now. The guy that was nearly voted Vault Overseer. Yeah, him. Weird that Fallout and Succession to be in the same universe, right? Weird that he ended up there. Comfrey's actress in the IRL, girlfriend of famed internet comedian Adam. Oh, Adam Friedland. All right. I'm team underline. He started under the what? Oh, he started under the K. But like who? What? Maybe it's a me thing. I I've like I've never I don't think I've ever in my life gone back over notes. Like when I'm writing a note, I'll underline in the moment. Usually pen, underline pen. I've never gone back in my notes and let alone legal documentation. This man it's his will. My brothers in Christ, it's his will. Who goes into their will with a pencil and is like do 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 do. Oh, and by the way, like I what? Like, let me be extra sure to notate this, just in case anybody might have had some misconceptions about what I already typed out and had printed out on this legally binding documented piece of paper. But oh no, let me go ahead and underline it. But it's not going to be a straight underline. You know, I got that like the whole hemorrhage last year, so it's going to be kind of like what? I have my neck hurts right now. Like I have a migraine from this nonsense. I hope their logo isn't what I think it is. What logo? Oh, Cumtown? Oh, I don't want to know. By the way, what's your favorite season and episode overall? Oh, yeah, sure. My favorite season overall. I mean, if we're going based off the rankings, I have two as Daddy's number one boy. Um, I think my favorite season in retrospect might be two, but man is four a close second for me. It's so close, but I think I think the main difference between the two seasons, I think they're both phenomenal television. Um, and I have equal amounts of episodes in S tier rank, like or like in Daddy's number one boy rank. But I think that two gave its story arcs more time to breathe. Like everything really like hit more like everything just like the hits felt like full hits and not like you know fucking like like four was. But um I think my favorite episode, my top three. I mean, again, it's hard to say. It depends what day you catch me on. But for the sake of the ranking, do not look up Success. Oh Lord, I think I've looked up too many Successes in my life. Believe me. But in terms of like rankings, I think that oh, man, it's so hard to say. But technically, I have my favorite episode as All the Bells Say followed by Connor's wedding, Church and State, and like all the finales basically, but also Connor's wedding. Number one boy spots also with Open Eyes. Season one finale, Which Side Are You On? Safe Room, Austerlitz, Argestes, Turnhaven, and America. Do I put America Decides over Shire though? Like for real? If I were to change anything, I feel like maybe I would actually put Shire over America Decides. Then maybe America Decides, but then too much birthday. Damn. The Munsters. I think 4-8 might be taken down to high S tier. I think I would put Shire higher up, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it, but my top ones for sure. Your Honor, I will often cross things out diagonally. Oh my god, I swear. Logan pisses in the corner office. Roy, maybe. Logan pisses in the corner office. Roy, maybe it wasn't always all there in the head, guys. Yes, very true. I'm team. He meant to write an arrow to Greg's name on the bottom. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 2 is just that good. Throwback to when Movie Man said Lisa Ann like 30 minutes ago. We're all brain broken, need to go to bed. Yeah, Succession brain rot. Bro, I wish, dude, if we could all like just like low key hang out in a room and just like or just hang out in this chat for like more hours watching all the memes and the videos, I totally would. And maybe at some point in the future, well, I'll just have I love this shit so much. We'll just have like a shit post session. But it is 1 a.m. I have been streaming for 9, 10, 11, 12. It's been 5 hours. That's crazy. But yeah, what a retrospective. There's plenty more video essays out there, but for anybody who missed it, I will kind of real quick touch on some of the video essays I recommend watching that I've watched. The Succession Character You Never See on Thomas Flight's channel. It's a very good one talking about the camera work and how the camera itself is like a character in Succession. We have Roman Roy, Succession's most sensitive character. I'm biased. He's like my favorite. So of course there's a whole thing kind of going into his like psychology and how it all actually works. But that's Ethan Butler's channel right there. It's another good video to check out. Why Succession's final episode is so perfect by Hakeem Pierstoff. It's another really good one. For anybody who might be on the fence about the finale or wants to be vindicated, he goes into good detail for 18 minutes explaining why everything just kind of comes around so perfectly. And his profile pictures of Razorhead, so you know that he's a cinephile like us, you know. Succession, Say What You Mean by Nerdwriter1 is another very good one. I love how it goes into depth and detail about the language of Succession and how it's less about what people are saying and more about how they are saying it, and even more so about how people react to it, how people, like, it's not your typical dialogue in the show, as we already all, like, know. There's so many more layers to it, and there's just, it's just it's a lot deeper than baseline dialogue, basically. So there's that. Succession's best character video essay, if you're more on the side of Tom's point of view. And I did want to watch this because although I don't love Tom, I can kind of come around to him as a character. So Hizzy Hayes channel has a whole little like nice 12-minute video on Tom Wamsgamps, like the characters in general, inside Tom Yo, talking about some of his best episodes and the overall like I think it cuts him off at the end of season 3, so it's not a full series retrospective, but it's enough. Now, if you do want a full review, there's a good little 43-minute one by Carson Runquist. I like this one a lot. It discusses, it goes into side characters first, final thoughts on the show, goes into each character breakdown by breakdown, and then like the general thoughts on the end. So it's more of a character approach, basically. Oh, will it not let you drop links in here? I thought links were allowed in the chat. I don't know if I can change that in the settings. By all means, either comment in the video if it will allow you to, or we'll find out a way. this one is from the point of view of, if we look at Kendall Roy as the primary character of Succession, Succession's main character in Painful Detail. It's one that has a lot, it's one of those hidden gems, a lot less traction on this channel, but I really liked the 15-minute little kind of rabbit hole into Ken we went down, especially in relation to Kendall and Waters. You can see, I mean, everybody talks about it at one point or another, but it's a really good one for like Kendall fans for sure. Yeah, I can look it up on here for sure if you want have an idea. Um, let's see. This one I also loved. This one if you have time for a movie, basically on One Take's channel. It's an hour and a half long. What Succession is really about. I love this one. It might have been one of my favorites, honestly, because we after our introduction we go into literally how like what the show truly is about in terms of wealth, power, and politics. How money can't you can't buy happiness, and the characters are a clear indication of that. It was Warm in the Light, you know, the whole mentality with Logan Roy and how people in his circle and in his family and God, Jesus, allergies. And as I made reference to numerous times in these ranking videos, the poison drips through, and how the poison of Logan Roy has dripped through to his family, whether they like it or not. So it's another very good, longer video essay. And then I've been turned on to recently by, I've been turned on recently by just an observation. They have a playlist of 14 video essays that are all no longer than 20, 21 minutes of at most a piece, but basically this is the first one I watched. It's really good. Literally gives you a breakdown, psychologically speaking, of how Logan Roy manipulates everyone in the show based on coercion, social pressure, competing rivals, pitting people against each other, and then creating a false reality. So it's just really cool, like especially as a retrospective, all these videos on the characters. I want to watch the full playlist in order, honestly. But yeah, I want to make a Succession out of context video so bad. Oh, if I had the time. Oh man, if I had the time. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I will share all the. Did I save all these? I think I saved all these just in case I didn't. Let me save and download. I'll save all these. I'll probably post these to social media, in one way or another. I'm going to separate the. I mean, there's this whole live video. If any crazies want to actually go back through the entirety of it, that missed it, but I'm gonna separate these probably into like a. I don't know if I'd do like an introduction video, with like season ranking, and then I would do like the episode one was the longest one hands down. That took literally hours. Jesus. So episode ranking, and then I'll do a my character ranking, and I'm ready for the internet to shred me. If people have been mostly positive, like 99%, 98% positive. Some people in comments make call outs, and there's I love how overall the videos there were always at least one or two people that were like, dislike this guy pauses way too much and he doesn't get it. But I'm curious to see what people think about my ratings, because there might be some controversial hot takes in there. I'm not too sure. Does anyone else feel like there's an untapped Succession YouTube poop market? Oh, 100%. 100%. If I had the time. So much potential for both. Slap the Me channel theme under. Yeah. That'll be another channel I'll make if I get fired from my job. I'm just like, all right, I'm just a Succession YouTube pooper poster now. All right. I'm a tired young man. Oh, since you guys stuck around, I told this to the early birds at the start of the stream, and since you guys and gals stuck around to the end, I'll let you know a little secret I've only been telling people in the live stream right now. I'm sure you're well aware. We finished Succession, obviously. We've started Severance, uploading those, and we've been doing The Bear season 3 as well, and all my other content that I'm trying to keep up with. It's a lot, but I'll let you know. A show that's been requested a lot, and that I said I'm going to watch, and perhaps I've already watched the first episode of is maybe I've already recorded the first episode of Interview with the Vampire. Maybe it's actually a really, really good, fantastic show. Very excited to edit and post that. It'll be a minute. because I only recorded it. That's it. I gotta edit the damn thing, and the first episode's the longest one. But yeah, I have recorded the my reaction for the first episode of Interview with the Vampire, and yeah, I've heard such good things about that show. Gotta watch. I'd recommend it. I'm one episode in and I love it. The aesthetic alone, like if you love the whole like 1910s like suits and ties and vests and all that, and you like vampires, you're in for a good time. I'm curious. View community ranking. What does the community say about Succession overall? Season two. Wait, community ranking. Here we go. So what does people say? Season 2, non-stop drama, gripping story, hilarious dialogue. This is all misspelled. Tension is crazy. Final episode is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. Season 3, interesting. A different feel to the previous seasons, but in a good introspective way. The PD here is crazy. Every location more ostentatious than the last. Oh, production design. Interesting way to continue the gripping story, 10 out of 10. Season 1 starts off slow, but a ride once it starts going. Great introduction to these characters, amazing poetic writing. They must have made this before season 4 came out, I think, because I think they would have put season 4 probably maybe above 3, but it's an interesting perspective though. Um Episodes. What do people, this might be too much to get into, but community ranking for episodes? Uh most all right, that's interesting. Most people say Connor's wedding. This is not for 309, 409, 110, 410. Pretty much similar. A shout to Shire DC. I got similar episodes or similar rankings, but there's some disagreements in here I can see. Argestes, Prague, C ranked. Well, I guess you have to put it lower, right? Dude, I put Return way higher than F. Jesus. Lion in the Meadow. I put Went to Market so much higher too. Dude, a lot of these. Oh wow, there's a lot of posts about this. Pig TV, mid, very. Oh yeah, see, most people wouldn't put it below very good. Top three, yeah, most people view the yeah Connor's wedding's up there, as is the finales. Yeah, it makes sense. Bro spells ostentatious correctly. Yeah, I think the season thing was before season 4 for some reason. And then what about characters? Oh yeah, how do people feel about characters? General consensus. Really? Generally, Shiv and Roman at the top. People hate Logan. Well, not hate Logan, but A. Okay, okay. B. I mean, I can see where the argument would be made. I see. D's. Bro, you put Nate above Sandy? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I get it. Wait, what does that one say? If I see you breastfeeding, I like you too. The mom sucks too. Who knew? Connor ranked it. Connor, you're still good, but I wish you were better. Man, I don't know what they were doing with you. Oh no, Madsen. Oh, I can't. Wait, how? I love all the meme ones. This is great. Los Magrande, vamos, wait, vamos, slay, muerte. These are great. I love these. Oh, German. Meh. Even in German, meh. I swear. Yeah, I love Connor just in Connor rank. S's. Next page. I want to find one more meme page. That's it. Love, like, neutral, perfection. Perfection. Maque muy bien. Maque bien. Opiniones encontradas. Ma da igual. Maca mal. Lo odio. Damn. The mom's bottom tier. Give me a meme. Give me a meme of my terrible Spanish. it's it's complicated. It's incredibly complicated. Little like you know, little ew, I don't care in a nice way. I don't care, but less nice. It's great. I love these. Give me one more. All right, one more good one for real, for real. All right, here we go. They'll be okay eventually. Damn, put it right up. Jesus, good for them. They're okay, I guess. Probably won't recover from the events of the series, but are in an okay place. Will be miserable for the rest of their lives. Damn. Ah, yes. Well, on that note, I have my rankings. I'll post them online. We'll see how it goes. But I'll separate the videos like as official publications. Publications. Yeah, news organization ATN over here. Obviously, the live stream will like remain on the live. I maybe I'll do more YouTube lives. I do have like I have a much smaller following, like much smaller following on Twitch, but I've considered doing Twitch streams that also would cross over into YouTube. Just why not, right? Might as well, like just in case my YouTube audience is also interested. But Conroy was interested in tier lists until 2 a.m. Logan being miserable for the rest of his life. Yeah, how's it going down there, Logan? All right. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. This was super fun. I've never in my life done like a tier ranking list. I get why they're like so I get what all the buzz is about. I would love to do more of these in the future. Like part of me wants to do ones for like BoJack or Mindhunter or something, but even though I've watched those multiple times, it's just like this is such an endeavor. You literally have to sit down for hours to look, discuss, dissect, reminisce, notate, rank, move around. But yeah, this was super fun. I think it was the show deserves it. And I thank you guys that came around for the live bit to watch it. Dude, this is crazy. Well, we here for you. We here for you. Please, I love you guys are great. Stick around, please do. Yeah, good night. I gotta be at work in like what 8.5 hours? No, 7.5 hours. Rad. Insomnia crew or like lack of sleep crew. I don't know. I still want to eat too. I ate earlier, but not enough clearly. Anyway, I shall prattle on no longer. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. This was officially the final suck sesh. What time it was. It's nice having not to worry about editing all this, aside from just making some cuts here and there. You get to see me unedited, late at night, slurring, stumbling. You catch me tripping, oh, stumbling, oh. So that was, yeah. What more is there to say? I am forever grateful for the love and support. Uh, I'm grateful people encourage me to keep watching the show, the insights that have been offered, and now the memes, the jokes, the like just to look back on this show as what it is and to be able to always be able to return to it and watch it and enjoy it. It's great. But yeah, I think that's all there is to it. So thank you all, everybody. Have a good night. Yeah, let's do it again. So for real though, I'll do stuff like this again. Like you just like little something that I would love to do that I don't have to worry about editing. Just a casual hangout sesh where I just like shoot the shit or do a tier ranking video or just like talk or something like that. Let's 100% do it. I even if it's just like even me with just like there's only like 13 people now, but like even just me and you guys just talking and just chatting, like that's great. So I got to cut myself off though. I'm going to keep on. This is the Midwestern goodbye. You're standing in the circle. Everybody's like, yeah, well, we should head on over there. Yeah. Oh, well, at the same time, tomorrow, don't forget tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me about the whole. And then you just talk for another like 45 minutes. I'm going to brush your teeth, brush your buckies, get some water, get your allergy medication if you got some. All right. For real though. This is L to the OG. This is M to the Ubi man. I'm signing off. Thanks. Appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe I'll start a Patreon or something soon. Who knows? But subscribe, spread the word, watch the videos. Slaps thighs. Well, I gotta call it a night. Goodbye. Have a good night. Love you all. For real though. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.